Traffic congestion steals time and reduces the quality of life and hurts us emotionally. But what can we possibly do about it? Technology and some common sense could put an end to traffic congestion. Traffic congestion is by definition an issue of scarcity. It happens when there simply isn't enough roads to go around. It is a condition of transport networks that occurs as use increases, and it's characterized by slower speeds, longer trip time, and increases common physical use by road and vehicles. When traffic demand is great enough that the interactions between vehicles slows the speed of the traffic streams, this results in some congestion. Over the years, human beings have been constructing roadways for 6,000 years. Early roadways carried pedestrians, hoofed animals, and simple vehicles such as wagons. As traffic volumes grew, it became apparent that traffic regulations would be necessary for safety and efficiency. A demand approaches the capacity of a road or of the intersections along the road. Extreme traffic congestion sets in. When vehicles are fully stopped for a period of time, this is cordially known as a traffic jam or a traffic congestion. Peak hour traffic congestion is almost all large and growing metropolitan regions around the world, especially in Kaduna metropolis. In fact, it is almost certain to get worse during at least the next few decades, mainly because of rising populations and wealth. This will be true no matter what public and private policies are adopted. Stressed and frustrated motorists, encouraging road rage and reduced motorists. Emergencies, blocked traffic may interfere with the passage of vehicles traveling to their destinations where they are urgently needed. Spillover effects from congestion to secondary road and side streets as alternative routines are attempted, rat running, etc., which may affect neighborhood, amenity, and real estate prices. Higher chance of collisions due to tight spacing and constant stopping and going to compound congestion. Road signage. Road signage are important to ensure smooth traffic flow without bottlenecks or mishap. Road signs give out a number of messages regarding the road and what you as a driver should expect on the road. Therefore, if you follow properly, road signs help maintaining disciplines on the road. They keep traffic flowing freely by helping drivers reach their destinations and letting them know entry, exits, and turn points in advance. Pre-informed drivers will naturally avoid committing mistakes or take abrupt turns, causing bottlenecks. Road signs indicating turns, directions, and landmarks also help to save time and fuel by providing information on the routine to be taken to reach a particular destination. Road signs help in the following ways: advisory signs, speed signs, sometimes used together with other signs. They show the maximum speed and it is safe in good condition. Warning signs to advise on how long you should look out for a particular hazard. Stop signs. When you see a sign with a picture of an animal or words such as stop crossing, you may be approaching animals or near the road. You must slow down or stop to avoid crossing with them. Fines apply if you do not obey these signs. Warnings triangles for crashes and breakdowns of vehicles with a jam. Over 12 tons must place a maximum of 3 warning triangles in breakdown situations. Variable messages signs are large electronic signs placed on the road of some roads. They display messages to warn motorists of changes in normal traffic conditions on the road, such as fog, crashes, roadworks, congestions, and road closure.
Either when I'm going to school or when I'm coming to work, I encounter traffic jam every day in my life. The road we'll be having for a very long time in Kaduna State is very narrow. It's not as wide as it's supposed to be. So that's the one major reason that's causing congestion in Nigeria in general, and Kaduna State in particular.
It's something that is really getting out of hand. The traffic congestion is really getting higher and higher every day, considering so many factors, one of which is the number of vehicles is increasing with time, and the roads that's supposed to increase also. We have limited roads, and some of the roads we have are not good. Some of the roads needs to be expanded, and some need to be rehabilitated or even reconstructed.
Well, when you look at it generally, for an urban town like Kaduna, I think Kaduna is really, really congested. So yes, there is traffic congestion in Kaduna.
We just like to rush. We are not Russian, but we like to rush. Everybody will be on the road. You want to be at a place in due course time. You don't want to wait for the little time that you have. So if you can be able to maintain or exercise patience, it will be okay.
When you stay for more than 2-3 hours on the road like that, you find a way. They have to run one way in order to meet up.
Wasting time of motorists and passengers, opportunity cost. As a non-productive activity for some people, congestion reduces regional economic health, displays which may result in late arrival for employment, meetings, and education, resulting in lost businesses, disciplinary actions or other personal losses, inability to forecast travel time accurately, leading to drivers allocating more time to travel just in case, and less time on productive activities, wasting fuel, also increasing air pollution and carbon dioxide emissions, owing to increased idling, accelerations and braking, wear and tear on the vehicle as a result of idling in traffic, and frequent acceleration and braking, leading to most frequent repairs and replacements. Congestion has the benefit of encouraging motorists to retime their trips so that expensive road space is in full use for a greater number of hours per day. The standard responses to congestion is to expand road space somehow, perhaps by widening an existing road or else by adding a new road, bridge or tunnel. However, this could well result in increased traffic flow, otherwise known as induced demand, causing congestion to appear somewhere else. Moreover, paradox show that adding road capacity might make congestion worse even if demand does not increase. Can even forces drivers of an automobile or other motor vehicle. Such behavior might include rude gestures, verbal insults, deliberately driving in an unsafe or threatening manner, or making threats. Road rage can lead to altercations, assaults, and collisions, which result in injuries and even death. It can be thought of as an extreme case of aggressive driving. For the first time being, the only relief for traffic-plugged commuters is a comfortable air-conditioned vehicle and a well-equipped stereo system, a hand-free telephone, and a daily commute with someone they like. Congestion has become part of commuters' daily leisure time, and it promises to stay that way. Congestion can reduce by either increasing road capacity or by reducing traffic demand. Capacity can be increased in a number of ways, but needs to take account of latent demands otherwise. It may be used more strongly than anticipated. Critics of the approach of adding capacity have compared it to fighting obesity by letting out your belts, inducing demand that did not exist before. For example, when new lanes are created, households with a second car that used to be parked most of the time may begin to use this second car for commuting. Reducing road capacity has in turn been attacked as removing free choice as well as increasing traffic costs and times, placing an especially high burden on the low-income residents who must commute to work. There are certain times of the day when there is always going to be a lot of traffic. While this can't be avoided with the number of people working 8 to 9 shifts, there are ways your own driving habits can help minimize the magnitude of congestion in your area. Even if other drivers are causing or contributing to the problem, your choices can get things moving, starting from where your car stops. Here's how easy you can make it. Easy on the brakes. It's not hard to stop.
For the one that goes from Kaduna South to the town, it needs expansion. Because usually, like I said, because they've opened a new road behind, that's the Aqua Road, the congestion has relaxed. But in those days, it used to be very tight for you to leave the Kaduna South to come to the north. The congestion was really high. Road traffic situation in Kaduna is not as it used to be. I think the congestion is not as it used to be when we didn't have two carriageways. That's the one going through River Kaduna after station, and then the one behind, the one they call Yakua Road. So now with that road, the congestion is a bit is relaxed. It's not as it was before.
Even if other drivers are causing or contributing to the problem, your choices can get things moving, starting from where your car stops. Here's how easy on the other brakes. It's not hard to stop every time you see other drivers. Red light comes on in traffic. In fact, it's good to pay attention to cars in front of you and know when they are braking, slowing down, or speeding up. But hitting your brakes frequently helps create a traffic caution as drivers behind you replicate your movement. Drive a different routine. Not only do you have Metropia to guide you to a less congested routine, but you also have the knowledge of traffic patterns for a drive you do every day. Except in special cases, you should have some idea which roads are the busiest at 6 p.m. and which are less busy. If you can change your schedule to drive during a less busy time of the day, even better. But many of us can't do that. So use the apps at your disposal and your knowledge of the everyday driving situation to help you pick up a routine that will take you around the traffic rather than the right through its heart. Being an educated, thoughtful driver will help you make large strides towards avoiding the worst part of traffic congestion. Taking measures to drive more consciously will also help you to make a small input but meaningful dent in the driving at 5, making your commutes and the commutes of those behind you a bit quicker and easier.
And we want everybody to keep to their lanes. With this, we believe that the traffic will continue to move as it could.
This slows everybody down in the long run and makes congestion worse. In traffic, is stop and go. Drive slowly enough that you aren't braking every few seconds to avoid hitting the car in front of you. Don't surge ahead. This goes hand in hand with giving your brakes a break. Don't speed up every time there's a tiny break in congestion, knowing that you will have to slam at your brakes in 15 feet or less. Not only do you waste gas and sink your gas mileage this way, but you also waste everyone else's gas and time as other drivers speed up to follow you. Have to brake suddenly and keep the stop and go traffic pattern alive. You're not going to get anywhere faster than anyone else in heavy traffic. So try to relax and drive slowly enough that you are neither braking nor pressing on the gas unless you need to. Giving yourself a car length of space between your front and end and the next car gives you room to react to other cars. It also allows you the time to decide whether or not you need to apply the brakes or gas to keep the traffic flow moving. Avoid looky lows are just one cause of traffic congestion during times when there is a car accident, construction, or some other occurrence off the side of the road. You may be bored and want to know what's going on with all those emergencies vehicles, but the cost of adding to already clogged road should outweigh any knowledge you might gain from steering. If you really want to know what the deal is, dial into your car's radio or check the newsletter, but just don't be that guy by slowing everyone else down as you gaze intently out of your window.
I listen to it every morning before leaving my house, and when I'm driving, going to work or going anywhere, I'm always listening to it because it helps me navigate my way around.
They want to beat traffic. They are in a hurry to somewhere, especially these taxi drivers and the so-called big men with siren and police. They consider themselves above the law.
This program has brought into focus the issues of traffic congestion on major highways in Kaduna metropolis. Being the focus area, the main causes of congestion have been considered, indicating that inadequate road capacity, poor road pavement, accidents on the road, poor traffic control management, poor drainage system, poor driving habits, poor road network, poor parking habits, religious special events along the road, and presence of heavy and greatest causes of traffic congestion in Nigeria, especially in Kaduna metropolis. The program has also highlighted some remedies to improve traffic congestion in Kaduna metropolis: enlarging width of the road, construction of proper drainage, provision of parking space, rehabilitate all roads needing attention, public enlightenment, traffic education, hacking down all illegal buildings, shops built on the right of road, provision of road furniture, create a separate alternative route for trucks and heavy vehicles, provisions of pedestrian facilities, in-depth training of transport traffic personnel, create special commercial transport coordinator, and banning all form of roadside hawking among the recommendations to reduce traffic congestion.